All right, so we've got Croc and Cube in the studio. Episode 3, music producer reaction to it. This one's all about vocals. I can't wait to see how this one goes. I actually do singing in like a kind of dance punk art rock band, or singing. So I think I'm going to feel for Croc on this if he's doing vocals. And I know my producer friend Liam, who produced my vocals, will probably be a bit like Cube here. So I can't wait to see how this one pans out.
I need to clear out my throat before I lay down vocals.
So we got a little microphone set up there. I can tell from it's a condenser microphone. If anyone's interested in your microphones, you got a few different kinds, but a condenser one's basically got a sensor in it about the size of that picks up the vocals, and they sound clear, they sound crisp. They're a bit more delicate than dynamic mics like these ones, where there's like a magnet wrapped in a coil moving up and down. Tiny amounts. So we got a condenser microphone on the go there for Croc. He's coughing and spluttering his way into it.
I got some saliva or something deep in my throat.
Should be all right.
What?
It should be all right.
No, I'm saying I've got something in my throat.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
it sounds okay.
Let me just practice for a bit. Oh, thank you. Spawned from a dimension very, very far away. I've got nothing to say.
Come on, Cube. You could offer Croc a drink there. Like, pretty much being in a producer, sometimes just noticing these little things. How can you help the artist in any way, really? And, Crocodile's struggling with his voice, his vocals, and Cube's like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe Cube's past the point of no caring here. He just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He's like, whatever, Crocodile. I just want this day to be over. But yeah, obviously with vocals, warm-ups, so important. So Crocodile had a point there. I've got to do warm-ups. I'd say that with any singer. There's loads of YouTube videos with vocal warm-ups. So worth doing. Also, another vocal thing that helps is ginger tea, because ginger's got a thing in it that actually reduces a bit of inflammation as well. So it's amazing. Ginger with a bit of honey in it is really good, actually. And avoid cheese, dairy products, chocolate. Avoid coffee, it dries out your throat. Avoid too much alcohol, can dry out your throat as well. Apart from apparently a little dram of a spirit, like a whiskey, is actually really good for your throat, but a little bit. So yeah, Croc, I don't know if he's ready yet, but let's check it out.
I'm just trying to figure out if I should go up when I sing say, like just higher.
Yeah, I think you should. we can always try a few different ways if it's not working.
So there's a classic thing there in Croc's, like, I don't know if I should go up when I sing say, or stuff like that. And to be honest, these are decisions, I think, that are way better made before you go in the studio, before you got the pressure of a microphone and headphones and recording it. Unless you're really used to like writing and demoing and in a studio like that, I would say like you need to make those decisions before you're in the studio. And it's true, when you're in the studio, a lot of things happen, new ideas come up and stuff, and that's cool. But I really think that decisions to do with the melody, the song structure, things like that, it's way easier to actually do that before you go in the studio, and there's no pressure to record it, especially if you're like Croc and you're a bit less experienced. And obviously Croc's thinking, oh, this is going to be like the song. You're lucky if this is going to be a good demo, mate. And it would be better if you were more rehearsed. And Dan Carey, a famous music producer, if a band comes to him and they're not rehearsed enough, he sends them away for a few weeks to rehearse before actually letting them record. So I kind of prescribe to that idea, but maybe be a bit more rehearsed. Or just be clear, is this a writing session in the studio? Or is this a recording session to do the final product? Because it's two very different things.
Spawned from a dimension very, very far away. I've got nothing to say. Don't know about say. What do you think about that?
That's fine. We're just going to roll it again.
I just feel, man, I can't sing. Oh, I really can't sing, can't I? Damn.
So you can see Crocodile's starting to spiral here. And Cube's just going back to like, yeah, we'll do it again. Roll it again. And that is piling the pressure on Croc. And I think as a music producer, I'd probably be trying to like have a bit more communication with Croc rather than we'll do it again. Because be aware vocals is like one of the hardest things to do well. And if you've never tried to do vocals yourself, you'll never understand the sort of pressure that's there. So the best producers for recording vocals are almost like a coach rather than just like recording it again and again. You're not just an engineer, you're almost like a coach to the person.
I've got nothing to say. I was just trying to hit that high note, but I don't know.
I can just say the detail in this. Like, obviously, the animation is stunning. I love the colors. The expressions are perfect. I feel like I'm in the room with them.
It's just every time I say I can't sing, like in a self-deprecating way, you don't say anything back.
Oh,
Mate, when I was at Sound Engineer College in Edinburgh, I'm not going to name names, but there was so many people in the different classes who were just that like socially awkward person, a bit like Cube, who are not getting the message that like Crocodile needs some reassurance. And I totally have some people in my head like, yeah, I know an engineer like that, definitely. And this is the difference between engineers and producers, to be honest. Like, engineers are like technically amazing and they're nice people and they're good, but it's like the difference between a producer and an engineer, I think, is like the ability to coach an artist and get the best out of them. And really, and some engineers can do that, but I think that's when they're swinging to being more of a music producer, not just an engineer. Even though engineering is an amazing skill set to have as well, no shade on engineers whatsoever. But if anyone's ever wondered what's the difference between a music producer and a sound engineer, that would be my take on it. The music producer is more of a coach, more invested in the emotional aspect of the music, as well as being aware about the technical stuff.
What should I say?
I'm kind of looking for
What should
a
I
bit of friend
say?
support, like, yeah, you can, or yeah, even just a throwaway line like that. Like, do you think I can sing, or?
Yeah, you can hit the notes. It's just that sometimes it's hard to.
But do you think I can sing?
I don't really have an opinion. I'm just here to hit the buttons. I'm the engineer.
I'm just here to hit the buttons. I'm an engineer. I don't have an opinion. Well, Cube, that's true. That is like what I just said. The difference between an engineer and a producer summed up, I think, right there.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, see, fine doesn't really sound that convincing, man. Like, would you say the same thing to like James Labrie or?
I don't know who that is.
Dream Theater, man. Come on. Why did you get into audio in the first place? Do you even like music?
Of course, Crocodile's into Dream Theater. Look at the way he's dressed. The big guy, black t-shirt, kind of groovy necklace. Yeah, Dream Theater, of course, with lyrics like he was singing as well. So amazing. I love how he's like, why did you even get into audio anyway if you don't know Dream Theater?
Just say I can sing, please, me.
Okay.
That's all you need to say.
You can sing.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I can tell you meant that too. I don't know. I can see it in your eyes. All right. You know what? Let's go quick now. I've got a bolt of inspiration and motivation from your words, Cube. Yeah, let's go right now. I'm good. Let's go. Yeah, right into a take.
Okay, yep.
Right into a take, man. Right into it.
Rolling, yep.
I have been that vocalist. I feel bad now. I've literally been Crocodile there where he's like, yeah, go into the take. Do it now. Let's do the take. Do it now. I've got the energy. Let's go. Go. And I totally can relate to that. Like, there's something about trying to capture the moment when you got the energy in you and then you're feeling in you, like, don't stop. It's like a runaway train that if you fall off it, it's gone forever. And it's that thing with music production. Sometimes it's like taking the right photograph at the right time and you capture a moment. So recording performances is a lot like that and capturing that energy. And it can seem a bit intense in the studio when someone's like that, but creating stuff can be a bit intense. So that's just the way it goes.
Born from a dimension very, very far away. I've got nothing to say. Yeah. Yeah, how was that?
I can stitch all the takes together to make it work.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, no worries, no worries.
I love how Croc just thought it was the best take ever. Then Cube's like, I'll stitch all the takes together. Which, if you've not heard of that, that's called comping, where a vocalist will sing the same thing quite a lot of times, and then the best bits will all be stitched together. And this happens even in the most raw, authentic music. Almost never is it sung in one take, and that's the take. It's a combination of all the takes compiled together called comping. And there's a really famous Billie Eilish video where she goes through that, and she's like got over 100 vocals stacked and comped. And the person who was interviewing her was like, whoa. But even in rock music and heavier music and kind of even in punk music, that happens.
So no worries. Just need something for my throat. You got something?
I've got some strepsils.
Yeah, Strepsil would be good. Yeah, thank you.
Too little, too late, Cube. You're going to give us Strepsil at the start of this episode. Come on, mate. What? And that's the end. Episode 3, absolutely mate, vocals. What could possibly be next in this saga? I hope there's a Dragon Ball Z style saga of this, because I could watch this all night and you're going to watch it with me. Hope you're enjoying your whiskey and synths. If you need help like Croc with making music, you need help being a music producer, I've got a freebie where I can help you out. Check it out. We'll catch you later. Music Producers has trying to finish your Ableton project turned you into a crazy person slicing up all your MIDI cables? Then you could be eligible for free help. It's time to kill your I'm not done with it yet syndrome and finally get your track finished and released on a label in only 10 quick steps. I mean, you could continue to procrastinate sending all your Ableton projects to an early grave, but this course guarantees you cannot fail this time with a music production help desk, a guaranteed release on my label, and 10 online tutorials with me making each step towards that release super easy. So you might be thinking, okay, cool, but who is this random David guy off the internet? Well, here's some of my 5-star reviews and cool companies I've worked with. And cause I'm a generous guy, I want you to try it for free in a session worth 75 quid where we do a Jedi level in-depth analysis of your Ableton project and give you a personalized and bulletproof checklist you can follow to finish your track for free. So if you want to save your Ableton project from an early grave, click here. Whiskey.